Hey, this is Larry with ManCave Mayhem. Today we are working on a 2008 Triumph Speedmaster. We're gonna go ahead and remove that front wheel. We're gonna show you how to do that. My son-in-law needs a new tire, so we're gonna go ahead and get that front wheel off. I'll show you all the torque specs on this and show you how easy it is to get the front wheel off. It does help to have a jack, motorcycle jack of some sort, or a lift. So we're gonna get this going. If you haven't yet, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Instagram at ManCave_Mayhem. All right, what we have here is we have a 6mm Allen key. You're gonna need that for these pinch bolts. You got 4 pinch bolts, 2 on each side. I have these in here for display only. Now I have these sockets, Allen head sockets. Now this is a 12mm on this side. I didn't have a metric for the other side, but a 3/4 fits on this, and you can see how big that is. So you're gonna want to put that on right there. So first step is we're gonna loosen these pinch bolts. And then we're gonna try and just loosen that axle a little bit before we put it up on the stand, so we're not jiggling it all over the place while we're working on it. So let's get that started right now. All right, now that we got those pinch bolts loosened, we're gonna wanna go ahead and get a wrench on both sides of these with those sockets. Again, we're gonna use those Allen sockets. So you can pick these up at Harbor Freight. These are actually Huskies, but you can also get them at Harbor Freight. So we're gonna put this on this side and the 3/4 drive on the other side. Of course, with wrenches on them. We're gonna loosen this axle up before we put it on the lift so we're not wrestling with it. Just another quick tip, make sure those pinch bolts are nice and loose, because as you can see the way those work there, they pinch this, this area together to keep the axle from spinning once you have it torqued down. It's kind of a safety feature, keeps it from getting loose on you. So just make sure those are squared away and loose enough so when you loosen that axle, you can spin it freely. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna get that axle loose and put it on the lift.
Hello.
He's happy today, isn't he? And quite svelte. Are you unhappy? You seem unhappy all of a sudden.
I'm not unhappy.
Anyhow, I have my beautiful assistant here today to help me with his own motorcycle, which I'm doing all this work on for him because I'm a nice guy, even though you guys think I'm not a nice guy. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and slide. Oh yeah, then we got Sunshine here, causing all kinds of problems. All right, so let's get this lift under this bike. Oh, I got the 2 masculine boys here to help. Let's get that thing under the lift, and we're gonna go ahead and get it started now.
I don't feel comfortable with you calling me masculine.
Okay, slide it under there. Make sure, now you wanna make sure you're not resting that on the pipes, so we might wanna put some blocks under that. You just wanna check while you're doing this.
You won't fit the blocks.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how, we're gonna have to run some 2x4 blocks long ways on the frame so it doesn't hit the pipes. So make sure you do that when you're doing any kind of lifting on these bikes. This is a heavy beast, so we just want to get that front tire off the ground. That's all we really care about, and we want to do it safely. So we're going to block that out.
Dude, we can't.
Do you have a comment?
We actually did.
No comment at this time.
All right, that's good. No comment for him. All right, we got it off now on 2 2x4s. You want to make sure you don't have little children running around this because it could possibly fall and crush them to death. Just saying. So make sure your shop's safe. All right, now we're going on to the next step. We're gonna finish loosening this up and get this wheel and tire off. All right, I got Andrew working on it. He's using these sexy T-handle wrenches. What do you think of those wrenches?
Very nice.
All right, see, motorcycle wrenches from Tusk. They're really nice. Anyhow, we're pulling a brake caliper because obviously it's in the way of the tire. So that was something that we didn't count on. And those bolts on that look like a 12mm, am I correct?
Yep.
Yep, so you're gonna need a 12mm wrench to drop that. Also, we dropped the Speedo cable, which looks pretty nasty. And we'll probably pull that off, clean it, and re-grease it too. So we're gonna go ahead and get the wheel out now, hopefully. Maybe not. We may have to pull the other brake caliper as well. Yeah, we're gonna have to pull the other brake caliper. So both brake calipers have to come off for this front wheel. And that's probably why this front wheel's never been changed, and it's the original front wheel since 2008, which is kind of scary. Oh, I'm sorry, 2015, so it has been changed. So anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and get this off, and we'll move on to the next step, which is putting a new tire on, right? Right, Andrew?
Yep, hopefully.
Andrew doesn't seem happy today. It really makes me sad when he's not happy.
No, it doesn't.
It's kind of like revenge, though, because he was, you know, chasing my daughter around all over the place, and so now that he caught her, now he realizes what a mistake it was to be part of this family. So it's a good thing. And the tire is removed, and that's how you remove the tire. Make sure when you're doing everything, you put all your nuts and bolts back. You're going to want to re-grease everything. Re-grease the axle. Re-grease the speedo cable. And we're going to do all that, of course. All right, this is day 2. Shut your freaking mouth, dummy. This is day 2. We're getting ready. We got this freaking tire mounted. And my assistant, happy as he is, look at, put a smile. Turn that frown upside down, would you? You want to turn that frown upside down? Check it out, Mr. Cheapskate. We started out with a cruiser tire. You can see it right here. This is the old cruiser tire. Not in real bad shape, but we took it off because, what year was it, Andrew?
2015.
2015, so it was getting a little old. But Andrew didn't want to spend any money. No. So we went ahead and got a dual sport tire to mount on the front of this cruiser because it was how much? Yeah, we'll say 65 bucks, right? So he's gonna go ahead and we're gonna mount this thing. It's gonna look like a freaking farm tractor, but we don't care because as long as the bike stays upright and it's safe, we're happy about it, right? So we're gonna get this thing balanced. I'm not gonna show you how to balance it because I don't really know how to do it, but I'm just lying. I know how to do it, but that's another video. Anyhow, we're gonna get this thing balanced. Find the sweet spot. We're going to throw it on there, show you what we do to put it back together. All right, Andrew's in the process of getting this thing jacked up. We got this thing balanced. Now we're going to put it back together. I went ahead and pulled the speedo cable on this bike and wiped it down. We're going to re-grease this thing, and looks like Andrew's in the process of tipping the bike over. So we'll let him do that, and then he'll have to pick it up off the ground and knock the dents out of it. But we're gonna get this going. We'll start putting this on in reverse order, show you how we do it. All right, so we cleaned this axle up and we re-greased it. Now we're gonna throw the tire on, make sure it's in the right direction when you do this. I always make sure that whoever mounts the tire mounts it in the right direction. I can't tell you how many times that I've had people just not mount it in the right direction. So make sure you double check that. If you're doing it yourself, double check it 10 times. But if you have somebody else do it at a tire shop, double check it 15, okay? So we're gonna go from there and we'll let you know how it goes. That's all for now. All right, now that we got this front tire on, we're gonna go ahead and put the nut on. And that's that weird Allen head nut that makes it all pretty and fancy. And that's a number 12, which I showed you before to take off. We're gonna go ahead and tighten that down. I'll give you the torque settings here. All right, we're proceeding to torque this axle bolt down, and it is what, Andrew?
44.
44 foot-pounds of torque. I'm backing him up on this side. Probably don't need to, but I am anyhow. He's gonna go ahead and torque that bad boy down. Yes, I do need to back him up on that. There she is. The beautiful click of satisfaction. So now we're gonna move to these pinch bolts. And the pinch bolts are, wait for it, I gotta look it up. All right, Andrew right now is snugging up those pinch bolts. And the proper torque on those is 16 pound-feet of torque. 16 pounds. And it sounds kind of scary. Seems like a lot. Not too much though, is it? Does it seem okay? Mm-hmm. All right, we're there with that. Then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take some brake cleaner on a rag. We're not gonna spray it all over the tire. We don't wanna do that, but we wanna clean up these brakes because, as you know, tire guys, they don't really care a whole lot about where they get their soapy crap. So we're gonna clean those rotors up and make them look pretty new, you know? Then we'll start hooking everything else back up. The brake, calipers, we're gonna hook up the new, or the speedo cable. We're gonna grease that up and slide that back in. So we'll get that going right now. All right, Andrew just got through torquing these down, and they're what? 21 foot-pounds right here. That's that bolt and that bolt on both sides. So that's it. We got this thing back together. We're gonna use this tractor tire. Kind of looks kind of crazy on a cruiser, but hey, it was affordable, and he's not gonna be carving up the canyon, getting all crazy, and even if he is, it'll handle just fine. So it's a good way to save money during these wonderful times of oppression. So anyhow. What are we, Andrew? Hey,
we are the men's.
We are the men's in the cave causing mayhem. Thanks again for watching, folks. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hit us up on Instagram at ManCave_mayhem. Thanks again, folks.